up, guys? I hope you're all well. So, I hope you've all had a good day today. So I was doing some exercises before. I did like monkey bars and different things. So I've been quite enjoying that stuff. Enjoy the calisthenic stuff. Yeah, it's good when you can get to a point where you can be good at controlling your own body weight. Because like a lot of people, some people can't even do push-ups, let alone things like monkey bars or pull-ups or dips or anything like that. That involves the strength and but yeah, it's just gotta like work on that if you're struggling. It's anybody can do it, I think, as long as you put the effort into it, really. So really, it's just about you have to be willing to commit yourself. Otherwise, are you actually, are you really serious about it? So I'm just testing this thing out, this Prism thing. So let's see if the chat actually shows up on it, because right now there's nothing yet. So I'll just wait and see when people show up. Is it going to do that? It's not showing view counts on Prism at the moment, so I don't know if that's something that I can't do or something, but I don't know. But anyway, so it looks like, hello, the bold icon, good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're well. So let's see. It's not showing any. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, your name's popped up on my YouTube. On my so there we go. So I don't even need the watch page. So that's good. Hi, Katazina. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, guys. That would be really appreciated. We just hit that like button as well. So just trying out this Prism Live thing, and so far so good. How's it going, brother to brother? Welcome in, King Scooby. What's up? Good evening to you all. Hope you've all had a great day today. Weather's not been too great today, but that's okay. It's it is what it is. It went all right earlier after a bit, but I did a workout and I was kind of gutted, but then at least after a bit it did dry up. Because I was I was filming I was planning to go out and film the monkey bars, and then I was like, oh, the bars are all wet. I tried to dry it off, but then it just kept raining, and it was but then it stopped raining, and after a bit it started to dry up, so I was ready to do that, because when it's it gets slippery, and it's hard to do. Anyway, hit that like button, everybody. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, brother to brother. What's your name, by the way? Anyway, welcome to the live. Yeah, it's nice to have you in here. I hope everyone's had a blessed day. Share this out if you can. As I say, sharing is caring. Anyway, so just keep the chat flowing, guys. But I'm glad to see that this is actually working. So because what happened, right? I'll tell you what happened. I was trying to do Prism Live, because the thing is that I was using a custom RTMP to go on YouTube, because something kind of weird was going on with my channel, because I had another channel before this. Hi Evie, how's it going? So I had another channel before this and I deleted it. So what happened, right, is when I made this new account, well, it's not new, but when I made this account after I deleted the last one, and then it was still on the same brand name. So what happened is that, so when I tried to link it to say like Restream or whatever, or I'm using Prism at the moment, is that it wouldn't let me link this account, and I was like, what the hell's going on? I've just figured it out. It's to do with the branding and all that. It's just, yeah, I went and changed the brand name, and hey presto, it's sorted. And yeah, we're out on, yeah, I'm so glad that that's finally sorted out, because it was kind of annoying, but yeah, oh well. Anyway, welcome in everybody, I hope everyone's well tonight. Let's get the live shared out if you can, so sharing is caring. So who's still in here? Let me know if you're still there, guys. So yeah, it's showing 0 likes on my end. I don't know if it's just not updating it or something, but yeah, just hit that like button. Maybe I should just do it myself, but yeah, welcome Evie. Yeah, worry about see you all from everybody anyway. It's nice to meet you all. So yeah, it says we're on 4 likes. So yeah, so I could consider myself as like an athlete. I'm pretty fit. I do a lot of training. I pretty much train every single day as much as I can, really. But yeah, I do a lot of fitness stuff, whether that's endurance stuff, whether that's more kind of, strength stuff. I do a mixture of different things. I mean, I'm hi Roblox 77 person, how are you doing? Hope you're well tonight. Make sure you subscribe. I shouldn't have to say subscribe because it's on the screen, so but yeah, we're using Prism Live tonight. So how do you guys find it? It's a bit of a, kind of more fun kind of setup than just your kind of boring kind of layout, I suppose, isn't it? So yeah. Anyway, so what's everybody's names anyway? I like KFC. Oh yeah, there was that joke in it. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get away from KFC. Yeah, that's I know some quite dark jokes, and that's like on the tamer side of them, actually, to be honest with you. I know some real dark jokes that I could not say on here. It would get me, yeah, it would probably get me took off if I said it, because I know some pretty friggin' dark jokes that, yeah, a few people would even have the balls to even say, because they're afraid of offending people or whatever. It's like, I don't even care, it's like, whatever. To me, like, offense is taken, not given. So that's kind of how I see it. It's like, if you're offended at something, then maybe you need to sort yourself out, because if you're that easily offended, then yeah, to me it exposes something about you. But yeah, what drink do you like? I like water usually, just, it's not the most hydrating thing. So yeah, hi Glitch, how are you doing? So how are you finding the setup? We're doing Prism Live, so I'm good, thank you. Yeah, so we're doing Prism Live tonight, so I thought I'd see how this goes, see if the chat's working and all that. Evie says fair play, yeah. Yeah, so where are you all from, everybody? I'm well, thanks, that's good then. This is really cool, yeah. So great, it's so fantastic. Technology's got so great, you can do so many things. Look at Elon Musk, he's pioneering all this technology, the SpaceX, the Tesla. There's, those electric cars are so great, they're so fantastic, they're so tremendous. I love those electric cars, those Teslas they're the future of humanity. They're so great, they're so tremendous. Everything is working well. Oh, that's good then. Yeah, so anyway, well, it's good to have you all here. So yeah, hit that like button if you haven't already, but like I said, I shouldn't have to say it because it is on the screen. So yeah, hopefully I'm not gonna have any connection issues with this thing, because I know, like, if I do too much on the live, it can have connection issues, but it should be okay. And yeah, what's it up, Roblox? What's your name, by the way? Anyway, I don't know if anybody's watching over on Facebook, but I don't really have a lot of viewers over there. I mean, I have like nearly 5,000 friends on there, but yeah, I don't know if the chat is supported with that one. I don't know. But I'm also live on a couple of other platforms as well. I think you're allowed to have up to 6 on Prism for like free. Hi Mum, how are you finding this setup? I'm on multi-streaming. Yeah, we're on DLive, we're on a couple of other apps as well, so yeah, not telling my name right now. Fair enough, yeah, if you want to keep yourself kind of, private, I think it can be good to do that, I suppose, if you just, yeah, so yeah, it's cool, isn't it? So yeah, we just thought I'd try it out, so yeah, Prism Live, so maybe people could try it out, because it might help, them to get more viewers and stuff, so yeah, because it'd be good, because I can do this, so I figured out, what I was doing wrong is like, what happened, right, I'll tell you Mum, right, what happened, that, basically, the reason I couldn't even use StreamYard anymore, because, and Restream, because thank you for the super sticker, so, basically, yeah, so Restream was not, and all that, it wasn't like, it wasn't letting me link this account to it. And I was like, why is it doing that? I just figured out today why that's the case. Because I had an old account and it was still like the brand name of the account. Because I hadn't changed the brand name, because I deleted an account and then made a new one. Must have been with the same brand. So then I changed the brand name, and then and now it's allowing me to do it, because it's changed over to, I changed it to a different name, so, you looked great on TT, was nice seeing you and Rich. Yeah, I think Rich said he's going to try and help me out, and try and stream me over there, hopefully, so that'll be good. Anyway, we've got, what's this? Person, face split, what's this? I don't know, some spam or something, I don't know. But anyway, so, hope everyone's well tonight. Let's get the live shared out if you can. What hole? Isn't that something like a hole's? It's like a hole or something. I don't know. Anyway, share the live, guys, if you can, please. That would be really appreciated. And yeah, if you can bring people in. Like I said, I need your help. And what I'm suggesting people do, right? Might make a video about this actually, but if people have an account that's like got at least 50 followers, and you want to help me out, you could literally just stream me on your account and just bring people in. And that's a way that it could grow the account up to, so let's say you have your own account, just stream it on there, restream it, bring people into the account. So that's a way to do it. I know, Mum, you were saying that you didn't have time or something, but all you have to do, right, is just literally when I go live, you could just put me onto your account, whether on TikTok or whatever account, and then just stream me there, and then and then hopefully it could like increase the amount of gifts and things like that, and then you can forward them on to me then if you wanted to, and send, basically just need to try and get a few people on it. And Richard said he's going to be able to help me out. He says he's going to help me out with the busking and stuff, with like streaming it, because I've been trying to figure that out, like how am I going to stream it, but it's good if you've got somebody else to help out, and they can, they could, hold the phone and like stream it and stuff. So anyway, keep the chat flowing, guys. That would be great. So, so I'm glad that this thing's working. So just what you guys want to talk about then? Anyone got any ideas of topics or anything that you would like to chat about? I don't know, but it seems like people have gone a bit quiet now, so just anyway, is everybody okay? What's everybody's plans for the weekend then? Can't believe we're almost a weekend again already, Friday tomorrow, and weekend. So feel free to ask questions. I know I'm kind of repeating myself now, but I'm glad that this thing's working. I'm glad that I've got the Prism thing to work properly now, and I don't know. What's that? Roblox, what you saying? I don't know. Is that something about Roblox? I don't play Roblox. I don't play any video games anymore, to be honest with you. I used to play video games a lot. Like, I used to be quite a video game fan. Like, I would play a lot of, like, different games and stuff. But I've kind of just, I don't know, I kind of grew out of it a bit. Yeah, but it's, I don't know, it's just one of those things. Like, I'd have this really, like, big hobby, passion thing, and then I'd just grow out of it. Some things would stick with me, but yeah. I don't know, it's just one of those things, isn't it, you know? Some things I would just grow out of and just, that's all it is. So I was talking about this with this guy the other day, and I was like saying, you know, about like how some people would just kind of like grow out of things, but then some people would have these lifelong hobbies that that they just will never, you know, kind of like grow out of. They just, like, you get these people that go to like Comic-Con every year and they do it without fail. They would literally go even if they're not feeling well or something. They'd be that dedicated to their passion that they would do anything to be able to. They would, you know, spend thousands of pounds on a plane ticket just to get there. You know, even if they're not feeling well, and you know, they would make plans around things to make sure that they get there because they're that dedicated to it. So it's good if you've got passions like that, but the thing is, though, it can get unhealthy if you get so obsessed with something that it takes over your life. So that's a problem where things can get out of hand, but you have to just not let things get that far. But yeah, can you stop spamming the chat, please, Roblox? I will have to time you out if you continue. You know, you're just like putting a lot of emojis in there and stuff. Maybe you should just like give it a break, because it's just, you know, filling up the chat. So just be kind of like a bit, you know, respectful with that, and just mindful that, you know, try and give other people a chance to chat, and let's hear what other people have to say, you know. Yeah, if you've got anything you want to say, guys, put it in the chat. But we will be, you know, having a zero tolerance for any spam or any malicious comments or anything like that. There's just no need for any of that. We're gonna keep this a clean place, and we're just trying to keep it positive in here. So yeah. Hello, Runner Boy. Good to see you. Hi, Shaky. Good to see you. Hey, can't talk. I'll leave this up. Get in a shower. Okay, no worries. Will you be back later, or? Yeah, but you take care. But yeah, we're on Prism Live now, so we're on a few different platforms. So I don't know if any of them are actually. Hopefully they're all running at the moment, and let's just go and check. I should be on DLive as well, but there isn't really a lot of people on that app. But, you know, just in case, let's just, you know, try and put it up on there, and yeah, let's see if people actually show up. Yeah, so there's like, it is working there, but like there's nobody watching, so anyway, yeah. So yeah, just, but yeah, what's everybody been up to? Yeah, Shaky, what's up? How's your day been? I hope you've had a good one. So yeah, I thought I'd, you know, spice up the lives, and yeah, you know, do this Prism Live setup thing, you know. You can do like these widgets, you know, so it's good for that you can, you know, customize your lives and stuff. So yeah, instead of it just being like your boring kind of like, you know, layout or whatever. But yeah, I quite like this setup. So anyway, yeah, what would you guys like to talk about then? Okay, I'm going to time you out, Roblox, because I've already told you that that, you know, you need to just stop doing that. So there you go, you're timed out for half an hour. But speaking of timing out, there's times when I'm like, why did you just time that person out? Like, for example, I got timed out in somebody's live last night, and I don't even know what the problem is of this guy who, and it's the second time it's happened, and I think I was timed out for a few minutes. I'm like, this person obviously doesn't like me, and they just timed me out. There's somebody called Piers Darus is in a live that I go to called Gravity Core Fitness, and they just like, and I'm like, what is his problem with me? You know, I was just trying to talk to people and just tell people about what I've been doing that day. There was no malicious intent there, but yeah, he was trying trying to tie me out or anything. It's like, you know, it's just, what is wrong with people, you know? Like, I'm just trying to be like, you know, go in there, chat and just hang out with people, and, you know, we talk fitness and whatever, and I don't know, I'm like, it's just kind of annoying that they don't just like deal with that person, because why do they let that peers do that in their chat? And that's something that kind of pissed me off, and I ended up like not going to their chat for a while, because that's the problem if you have these moderators and they just end up, you know, timing out the wrong people or blocking people or whatever that they shouldn't be, and then it's going to put a lot of people off your channel if you're letting the wrong people do that. That's why I hardly have moderators on here, because I just don't really trust a lot of them to like just do what they're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be just there to get rid of any spam or any like malicious comments that are hateful or anything like that, or put in any like really bad, you know, language or whatever. I mean, swearing I guess is alright up to a point, but like, as in like if they start using, you know, racial slurs and different things like that, then we obviously need to, you know, sort that out. But yeah, so anyway, who's still in here then? We've got 6 people in the chat, so just say hello if you're if you're here with us. Yeah. Yeah, so what are you guys up to anyway? Why is like nobody talking? It's kind of weird how there's all these people here apparently, but no, I know like Runner Boy said he was leaving it running whilst he's going in the shower or something, but yeah, Runner Boy's cool. Yeah, check him out. You know, he's got a channel. He does a lot of fitness as well. He does a lot of strength stuff. But he's actually going to be in 3 months' time climbing up Mount Kilimanjaro, which will be pretty epic. I think he's going to be doing some stuff on his channel for it. So yeah, you should definitely check that out. I mean, that would be cool. I'd love to do something like that one day. Actually, the highest I've climbed up before was Mount Snowdon. So yeah, that's the highest peak I've gotten up. But I'd love to do Ben Nevis at least. That would be cool. There's a few mountains I'd like to go up. Hi, Lubor, how's it going? Oh, thank you very much for joining me tonight, and yeah, so nice to meet you. How are you doing tonight? Hope everyone's well. Share the live out if you can. Sharing is caring, as they say, so yeah. So let's get this pushed out if you can. So it's up to you guys, you know. If you want to help me grow, then we need to, you know, I need your help, you know. Like I said, if anyone's got like 50 subs on the account at least, you could just go live right now and just put this live on there. I mean, just stream that, you know, you could just do something like, what is it, you know, kind of, yeah, just stream it out on there if you've got 2 devices, and then just, you know, kind of send people over here. Hi, Ozzy Bob, how are you doing? Hope you're well tonight. It's good to have you here again. So yeah, so I'm just doing this Prism live, so see how this goes. Yeah, you know, maybe it'll be a bit more interesting than the usual lives that I do on YouTube, but yeah, good. That's good then, Ozzy Bob. Yeah, so oh shit. Yeah, thank you for the likes, everybody. Mum says, are you on a rest day from the workouts? No, I'm not actually. I did a bit of a workout earlier. I also did a bit of abs as well. I did some push-ups. I've been doing some stuff today, but yeah, I did it earlier. Did you not see my video earlier? I did monkey bars, so I did a couple of rounds on that. In fact, something interesting happened today. So I went to this like equipment. There was some other guy using the equipment as well when I got there, but I didn't end up actually talking to him, so it was kind of awkward. But there was this, like, when I was kept working out, and then there was this woman who noticed what I was doing. I was doing some jump squats, and then she was kind of like intrigued by it, and then I shown her the monkey bars, and she was like really impressed with that. But yeah, not like it was a young woman, it was like a bit of an older woman, but yeah. Oh well, you know, it would have been good if it was a younger woman, I suppose, then, you know, maybe it was a way in or something, but But yeah, it's probably these older women that are like, oh yeah, like you know, because obviously when they're getting to that age, especially probably their fitness ain't gonna be. So I was like saying, oh, so you're living your life through me, and I was kind of just being, kind of my jokey kind of self. Like, I'll tell you something I was watching yesterday, In-Betweeners. Yeah, because I never really got into that back in the day. I mean, I just never watched the series, but I thought I'd go and check it out because it's quite funny, isn't it? Like so just like the first episode of the first series. So yeah, because I was watching it the other day of like some of the clips, like like these really embarrassing, awkward moments from it, like the bit where the poo chases Will down the water slide. I watched series back to front at least 20 times, Brill. Oh yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. yeah, that Will, like the kind of awkward guy that, high humour. You talk about anime, no, it's just a TV series that came on called In-Betweeners. It was like these like kind of school kids who were like, these kind of like trying to be like, they were trying to be like the cool kids, but like they were like trying to, get with girls or whatever, but then they would just be like, but then this guy called Will who'd been put in the school, who was actually from like private education or something, but it was just really awkward and he didn't really fit in there or something, and he just ended up, kind of, it's just a really kind of, hi Mel, good to see you again, how are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, In-Betweeners, is anyone else in that series? It's quite funny from what I've seen of it. Yeah, In-Betweeners, obviously it got to a point where, they couldn't keep doing that because obviously the guys were getting older, so it's, become increasingly more difficult to kind of play the part of of kids from school. But yeah, have you seen Summer High? No, I've not. What's that like? Is that a bit like In-Betweeners or something? Or I don't know, I've never seen that. But yeah, welcome in everybody. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. The one with they go to the nightclub and he swapped the new trainers for the tramp shoes and he smells the wee in the nightclub all night. I think was Simon. Oh, that's I've not seen that, but yeah. Yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it, to be like that, Yeah, anyway, so how's everybody doing? We've got 10 people in the house, so subscribe if you're new here. I shouldn't have to keep saying that because it is on the screen, so it's just a habit thing that I do. But yeah. So what's everybody been up to today? Has everybody had a good day then? But yeah, just enjoying like kind of, like I said, I've been doing a lot of working out and just building up my fitness, building up my body, trying to look sexy, that's what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look fit and sexy and all that. Mix of the Ali G show and that In-Betweeners. Never got into that actually, Ali G show. Yeah. Anyway, so has anyone ever seen that Ali G show? I remember like there was that Ali G with what was it called? Sacha Baron Cohen. Fit and sexy as a goal. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? As the Red Delta Project calls it, beautiful strength is what he calls it. Mainly focus on yourself now, get in shape, the rest will come later. Yeah, that's what it is, Lubor. Like as you can see on the what's it called, the thumbnail of the live. It's we are getting some abs. I could show you now. We are getting some definition there. You see that there? That's just what dedication. Gets you. You do the workouts. You do the. You do it regularly, and you pay attention to your diet and all that. The results will come, and it's just a matter of time. You couldn't look better than you do, Jamie. Oh, really? I mean, I would beg to differ. I mean, there's always room for improvement, I think. It's just everyone's got flaws, and there's always something that you could probably improve on, and you just gotta kind of be patient, and that's really the game. It's like waiting game. It's like you invest into something, and then you have to just wait it out. It's like if you say, for example, invest in the stock market. I'm not saying that you should do that. It's not financial advice, but you say, for example, you invest in the stock market, you're going to have to wait it out and see what happens. It's like you're not just going to get results overnight. You're going to have to be patient, and you might even have to go through setbacks, and then eventually, hopefully, things will work out. I've been eating like crap, not sleeping, and not constantly working out, thanks to the inspiration and advice. Well, I'm glad that it can help you. So glad to be able to be of inspiration to people, because sometimes I feel like I go on here and I'm not really inspiring people. Because sometimes not everybody's gonna tell you that oh yeah, you inspire me. So it's good if people tell you that, because then it kind of keeps me wanting to put out a positive message for people to then inspire them, to motivate them to be better. Because that's what my purpose is on here, really. Ultimately, I think that, and it's like, I can make some money, whatever, but it's like, well, what does that matter if you're not living out a purpose? I think purpose is really important in life. If you don't have a purpose in life, it's like you could have all this stuff. Oh, thank you very much, Mel. Oh, wow, $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. That is amazing. So, it's good when we get stuff like that as well. When it's like people will, showing that support. It reminds me that I'm on the right track here, and we're just gonna stay positive and stay focused on growth, and not just growing in size, but also just growing as a person, growing my, my character and all of that, and my knowledge base, because I've been learning a lot of different things, whether it's about fitness, whether it's about health, whether that's about mental health. It's just, I always love to learn new things. Like, there's always something new to learn, and it's exciting to kind of see things from a new perspective, and anyway, so we just gotta, I'm not saying you should have to eat clean all the time, but you gotta find that right balance that works for you. Because if you find that eating clean 100% it does not work and you just can't stick to it, find a balance. And also, if you're struggling to eat clean, I would look at maybe just trying to swap out some of the dirty foods for like cleaner alternatives that still taste good. For example, swapping out sweets for some fruit or something like that. For example, instead of having, sugar, you'd have some dates, you'd have some raisins, sultanas, something like that, some dried fruit that's, quite sweet, but there's, it's natural sugars. Because, like, the problem is a lot of this stuff is, like, fake sugar and all that that's just not healthy for you. A lot of that white sugar, the more processed it is, generally it's going to be worse for you. So I'd say try and eat fruit. We actually have a lot of fruit growing. We'll have it ready in the next couple of weeks or so in York, so it's a good place. There's some pears as well growing, so I'm going to try and harvest them when they're ready. So I might try and show that. I might show some foraging stuff if anyone's interested. And maybe where you live, there might be some stuff. I should try and get some elderberries as well this year, because elderberries are really good for you. And I could put them in some porridge. So that would be like a good idea. Just get a whole bunch of elderberries and throw them in some porridge. There's a really good source of anthocyanin, which is like it's meant to be good for like preventing like getting sick and stuff. I'm not saying that it will 100%, but it can sort of like possibly mitigate it somewhat, and anyway, so you just gotta find what works for you, like I said, with the diet stuff. But so like if you just maybe, for example, have a porridge and just put some dried fruit in it, maybe put some dates in it, maybe put some apricots in it or something like that. That's what you got to do. You know, if you wanna find a diet that you can stick to, it's got to be something that isn't so kind of much like, you know, just salad, you know, lettuce, cucumber and tomatoes. Because how many people are gonna, it's like, and the thing is, you don't really want to be doing that all the time anyway, because there's just not enough calories in it. So then people think that, oh well, I just have to live on salads, but then that isn't how you do it. You have to have some bulk there. There has to be some. The problem is it's like kind of crash dieting. If you're only eating like less than 1,000 calories a day, because all you're eating is just, what is it? Maybe some like salads with like, that you just have a bit of like, I don't know, salad with some like rice in it or something, I don't know. And then you think, oh, well, you know, why am I struggling with the diet? Because you're just not eating enough. You have to eat in a deficit, but you don't want to eat too much in a deficit. So that's what I'd suggest if you know, if anyone's trying to lose weight, they're trying to get in shape, is to not crash diet. You want to, you know, eat in a slight deficit. So I had a real good live stream today. I'm glad that you did well with it. Seems like we're getting a few people here tonight, so that's good. But yeah, so I'm glad that, you know, things are turning better for you, Runner Boy. But I think you'd be, you know, quite positive now that you've got something to look forward to, like with this Kilimanjaro thing. So yeah, everyone check out Runner Boy. He's really strong. He does a lot of weightlifting. So if you're into that kind of stuff and you want to be motivated, he's a good channel for that. But yeah, so we ended up arguing over like semantics earlier. It got a bit ridiculous. And yeah, to be fair though, the guy might have had a point that, yeah, Alaska is kind of west of Canada, but the thing is though, that's only the case if you include all the kind of the bits of Canada that nobody even really goes to, like those northern parts of Canada that kind of are kind of forgotten about above Hudson Bay. You know, those like islandy bits that are kind of like not even part of the mainland, which, you know, so like you could say, well, technically it's west of Canada, whatever, but I would think of it as northwestern because it's like, it's pretty north for the most part, and yeah, but there technically is parts of Canada that go far north of Alaska, but again, that's only the parts that, it's like no one really lives up there anyway. I suppose no one really lives in Alaska anyway, but where most of the people in Canada live is in the south part of it. So you would think of places like, you know, Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, those sort of big cities. And like, so I would think of like anything that's north of that is like, you know, we'll call it north of Canada. Because most people ain't going to be living that far north. I think the most northern city where there's actually a lot of people living in Canada is like Edmonton or something like that. You don't really get a lot of people in Canada that live far north. So yeah, I have a feeling that's what helped the live. What's that? Oh yeah, you was on about the Vincent thing. I have to look into that then, because you were talking about the but the thing is though, I've been seeing some different lives and they've been doing well lately. Like some people have had like good viewer counts and stuff. Like I know Mark's live was doing well last night, but I just don't know what's going on with this Piers DeRoos guy who oh yeah, so that isn't really going to help with me if those guys are live. Yeah, I think I saw like Jacob's live as well, but obviously maybe some of my viewers might be watching them, but whatever. Well, at least we got you guys here, so anyway, try and share the live, guys, if you can. Sharing is caring. So like I said, guys, if somebody wants to help me out and they don't really, maybe they have a channel that they don't really use, you could run me on your channel and send people over. So for example, you could just if you have two devices, run it on one, and then sort of like, so you'd have it running on one, and then you'd restream it on the other, and then you could just say, hey, we're going to go over to this live, raid everyone into the live, and it would just absolutely blow up if we got a few people doing it. So it's an idea that I had to like really blow the channel up. I don't know like if a lot of people would be willing to do that though. It's just relying on other people, that's the problem. I suppose we're always relying on other people to a degree, but yeah, it's just I don't really like having to rely on people too much. That's the thing, because people oftentimes are not very reliable. So anyway, it is what it is, you know. So yeah, is Jacob still alive? Yeah, Jacob's live. He's doing a session. He's got quite a bit of people watching him, so I'll just go and give him a like. We should be trying to support each other. So yeah, doing some calisthenics. Yeah. So Anna's in there. I haven't really seen her much, you know, since I stopped talking to Jace, because I just feel like, you know, it's just you get this kind of gut feeling about people really that something ain't right. I'm not trying to cause drama or anything, but it's just that I get you know, feelings about certain people that I'm like, something's off about this person, and I just can't really be doing with that, you know. You just gotta listen to your gut sometimes and be like, you know, is this person legit? You know, do they have some kind of agenda, or what's their motivation? Hello, Katie Johnson. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. What's your been like? So I think you've been here before, haven't you? Yeah. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. So I've just been trying to figure out, you know, where we're going with the channel and everything like that. We just gotta try and focus on, you know, trying to reach more people, I think, is what I'm trying to do. Because the more people I reach, then the more I'm able to get the message out, the more I'm able to interact, and potentially make some more money in the long run as well. But I'm not really that bothered about that, to be honest. I mean, I'm not even really bothered so much about, you know, getting super rich or anything like that, because I'm like, I don't even know what I would even do with it all. You know, it's like, as long as I have enough to be able to be happy and do what I need to do in my life, then that's fine. I think a lot of these guys are just trying to get rich because they think it's going to be able to attract a woman. Problem is, they're just going to be attracting gold diggers, you know, because most women, they're not actually like really that bothered. Like, I mean, like a woman would probably rather go for a guy who's, you know, she finds attractive but is broke, other than a guy who's rich but isn't attractive. So I started taking electrolyte powder drink, as I think a lot of my fatigue is dehydration based. Yeah, that's an idea, because especially with all the weight that you've been carrying around and stuff, that can cause dehydration, and you want to make sure that you have your things like, you know, your sodium, potassium, magnesium, that sort of stuff. Make sure that you're remineralizing yourself. I thought you said you started doing the Irish sea moss. Have you not been doing the Irish sea moss? Because isn't that supposed to have a lot of these? But I guess it depends on the quantity of each of the minerals and stuff. Because I saw this thing saying that, you know, I don't know how true it is, but they're saying it contains 92 out of 102 minerals that the body needs. The problem is that how much of each of them does it contain? Is it actually in the right amounts? Let's have a look. Irish sea moss, 92 minerals, question mark. Because I hear this claim a lot that supposedly if you combine Irish sea moss, bladderwrack and burdock together, that you get a whole 102 minerals. But the problem is it in the right quantity? You know, so supposedly it contains all these minerals, but like, you know, it depends. It's like, you know, you might have to eat a lot of it to get, you know, the right amount of minerals from each of the things. So yeah, I mean, but, you know, it might be worth it for some people if they're, you know, deficient in certain minerals and things like that, that they can just top it up with Irish sea moss. So it could be like a supplement that's like that you can help boost your, you know, nutrient profile. You could add it to a smoothie, something like that. It's just that there's a lot of these green powders out there that are just kind of, I wouldn't say they're scams, but they're kind of misleading, and they make people think that they're some kind of health supplement when really they're just kind of, oftentimes you'd be better off taking a multivitamin. I'm not really a big fan of multivitamins necessarily, but some of these green powders are just, they're not as, healthy as you think. I mean, not that they're not healthy, but like they're, as in the benefits that they make it out to have is oftentimes a lot, exaggerated, and it's like they under deliver and was it over promise and under deliver, I have a problem with it when people do stuff like that, when they mislead people with things like that. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight anyway? I hope you're all doing well. It's good to have you all here. Again, if anybody's new, welcome in. And welcome to the live. So yeah, Runner Boy, are you still there? Who's still in here? Let me know who you are that's still here. So yeah. Anyway, but that's the thing, when you've got like other people going live at the same time, you just got to, deal with that. Maybe they can all come over afterwards. I don't know, but who's still in here then? Yeah, most of them seem to have gone now, so oh well. I don't know, I thought like Richard could have like helped me out tonight with because I want to try and get the TikTok back up. It's just that, like I said, I got banned off there, and so I've been using his account yesterday to go live on, and it went pretty good. Like we had over 1,000 viewers in total, 1,000 views in total. I mean, for a first live, that's crazy. But yeah. So I was thinking, he could help me out with the busking, and people come in, they send money, and then like, that would be cool, wouldn't it? They could, people would send gifts, and then they could, and then let's say I go, do my busking, and I make money from that. So I could say make like, sometimes I'd do busking, make 20, 30 quid, whatever, and sometimes I'd make more depending on the day, but but yeah, you just like, you never know. And then maybe, in the long run you could make, another 20, 30 quid. So you could be looking at, making more money that way. But yeah, it's just a shame because not a lot of people carry money anymore with them. Like they carry cards. Contactless payments is the main thing now, isn't it? And that's how things are going, and I think they've been going for a while. But there is a way I could do it technically, but it's not ideal. It's like, because I was looking at trying to get a card reader, but I just couldn't even really figure out how you're supposed to even do that. It's like, I don't know. So I was trying to do it with like Square, but I don't know. Whatever. So who's still in here then? Why has it gone so quiet? I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to really get people in here, it's just, we get fuck all viewers really, but people just get bored, whatever. Whatever, it's like some other person goes live and they've got like way more people, even though they've got less subs than me, It's just bullshit really. Whatever. Yeah, they're all just kind of dead subs, aren't they? Not literally dead, but you know what I mean? They're just like deadwood, as they call it. Runner Boy says, I only really drink Monster for a pre-workout. Oh yeah, Monster. I don't even do pre-workout. I've heard people saying that you can use baking soda as a pre-workout. I don't know how true it is, but I think it was, Men of Action, Dennis Bird, does pre-workout or something. Sorry, does baking soda apparently. Oh no, it was, I'm getting confused. It was Jesse Pollack. I think it was Jesse Pollack. I do a lot of my workouts fasted. I've heard they say that you shouldn't do it fasted, that you should have some glycogen in your body because it helps to get more fuel. because yeah, so I don't know like why you would do it fasted. I would say like maybe like semi-fasted, but like I think that doing it with a full stomach's not good, but I don't think completely fasted is a good idea either, because you need that energy for your muscles. Otherwise, you might have limited output, especially on like the big lifts and stuff. If you're going really heavy, because you need it for like anaerobic exercise. Like if you're doing purely aerobic exercise, you can do it with just you can do it in a ketosis state, which means that you're burning fat for fuel. So then you can do that in a fasted state, but yeah, it's not optimal. So why are you doing that? Is it just habit or something, or? Because I remember when I was doing some crazy fasting stuff, I'd try and do a workout and I was just really struggling. Like I would just not have that capability to push myself as hard. Probably because my body wouldn't be able to use glycogen as much to fuel it. Yeah, so if you're doing things like, especially if you're doing things like sprints, I know you don't really do sprints, but like, but anything that involves like explosive movements and stuff like that, it's or even just like strength stuff, anything that is requiring fast twitch muscle fibers, basically, because basically slow twitch muscle fibers are like oxidative fibers, so they run on oxidizing glucose and fats, so you can they're more they're a more preferred fuel source because they're more efficient, they're more a slow burn. One of the guys I follow today posted a short of his kickboxing and his dick come out on the video, but he's obviously not noticed since it's been up for 14 hours. What the hell? How has that happened? Is it because they wore these shorts and it just slipped? Like, what the hell? You gotta be careful with that, innit, Did you not, tell him or something like, what the hell? That's messed up. Yeah, there's these, slip-ups that happen, but yeah. Yeah, that is, crazy. Yeah, he was just in his boxers. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be doing that then. Yeah, probably should have some because I've noticed that with these boxes that I wear sometimes are the ones where they were kind of quite a bit more loose, that it could easily kind of flash it. But I'm currently wearing compression boxes, so they actually, the reason I'm wearing them at the moment is because I found that they're actually better for the chafing. Because I was telling you about the whole chafing thing that was going on where it was rubbing. So I was getting it started to get chafing at the top of my legs as well, and it was just getting really kind of uncomfortable and stuff, and it was starting to get stinging, and I was I'm going to have to do something about it. So yeah, I found that the compression those boxes, they actually can help with that. So it came out the flap in the middle, not even the bottom. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, I remember there was this time when I was on the trip and there was this woman that was on it, and she had massive jugs, right, and they almost fucking came out of her dress. They were that big, and it was just they kept coming the dress kept kind of coming down. It was revealing quite a lot of them, and it was yeah, oh yeah, the epic gym fails, oh yeah. But it's just you've got to make sure that you're wearing the right clothing. That's not just you're not gonna have some wardrobe malfunction, as they call it, because you see these incidents happening where it's an oopsie moment, Anyway. how is everybody doing tonight anyway? Hope everyone's well. Let's get this shared out if you can. Yeah, have you seen this guy running by? I think it's called, what is it? Quinton is called. And he's like, he keeps putting these like little videos out. He's mainly on like Instagram or something, and he's like, does all these like strength stuff, and he's like, but the thing is, I find some of his videos are a bit kind of obnoxious because like, he'll try and prove some point or whatever, and then he'll kind of like cheat, and he's like, oh, look at me using a certain amount of weight on the lateral raise, but he's not even going the whole way up. It's just a bunch of ego lifting and just like misrepresentation and stuff, and it's like, and he also did this thing with like a trap bar deadlift, but he did like it with some kind of like elevation, so it allowed it to kind of, you know, basically meant that he didn't have to, you know, lift it up as far. So it's like, well, if he got rid of that, he wouldn't have been able to lift that weight. So if you've not heard of him, well, it was just one of these guys that just puts these kind of videos out that are a bit obnoxious. I don't know if he's like doing it deliberately just to kind of cause controversy or something, but yeah. Oh yeah, you take care, running boy. Yeah. You're saying you're practicing walking more for like maybe try when I'm walking, you're doing some like hill walking, do some hikes and stuff like that. Maybe you could take your dog up some hills or something to get used to the inclines and stuff. Maybe you could go up, what's it called, that mountain in Northern Ireland. You could go up there. I'd really love to go up that mountain actually. What was it called again? That would be pretty cool to go. It's the Mourne Mountains, but it's there's like that's it. Slieve Donard, whatever it's called. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, it's 850 meters above sea level, and the thing is, on a clear day you can see the sea. So I don't know if you're gonna go climbing up there or something, but that would be a good mountain to climb up, I think. But yeah, that was anyway. There's a lot of mountains, it's like you can't necessarily see the sea from it, but yeah, but literally just like a sharp drop off down to the sea. Anyway, how are we all doing tonight, people? I hope you're all well. Feel free to ask questions. Yeah, why is it so quiet in here tonight? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. And just keep the chat flowing, guys. Who's still in here? Yeah, this is a very, yeah. Somebody please just say something. Like, whatever. Anyway, whatever. I don't know whether I should just restart it or something like that. This has gone fucking dead. Yeah. I don't like having to keep restarting it really, but what else can I do? If it's dead, then that might be the only option, really. last chance, you know, if you want me to keep this one going, then people are going to need to keep talking. Thought setting it up like this might have made it a bit more interesting and whatever. Boring. Yeah. Completely dead now. Yeah. But I bet if there was like full of drama or something, then they'd all be here, you know. It's like everyone just wants to be where there's drama. It's just sad. A lot of people are just toxic. They just want the drama. But I suppose the real people will be here, but whatever. I don't know. Oh, hello, Ness Lihan. How are you tonight? Oh, hello, Rome Woods. I guess it's not really coming up on this thing, then. Maybe not all of them are coming up then. Alright, yeah, so, Eisen. No, I'm not doing that, and that's how I'm having it on here, so, yeah. Why would you want me to remove it? You know, I'm doing what I want to do. If you don't like it, then you can just leave, you know? It's as simple as that. You know, you don't have to... Hello, glitch. Is it all running smoothly? It should be. I'm just checking out because there's like this other live chat that I'm streaming on, and the comment didn't seem to show up or something. So I'm just wondering, like, if it's just some absolute not working or something. I don't know. Like, I can only see like the YouTube chat at the moment because I'm streaming to a few platforms and only the YouTube one seems to be showing. So I don't know if that's, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't seem to be getting any other ones showing up. Hello Titch, good to see you. How are you doing? Why do I have a crown? Why do you care? It's just YouTube thing now, isn't it, you know? YouTube's changed again, so yeah. So I'm just trying to figure this out, and I'm guessing that maybe some of the platforms the chat isn't running on that, I don't know. Which would not be good if I'm not able to see the watch page or something, but what about yourself? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Just chilling out at the moment, but yeah. But yeah, it's good to have you all here tonight. I don't know if the chat's working, say on Kick or something, because I've live on Kick as well, but I remember when I tried doing it on Twitch, people were moaning because it was on vertical live. No problem, Titch. People were like moaning because it was on vertical live feed or something, because people tend to like it more on horizontal, I think, on on Twitch, but so I never really bothered with it since then. Why do I have a crown in the chat? Because it's there like a kind of leaderboard thing or something. It's just a new YouTube thing, you know. Maybe you should look into it and find out for yourself, you know. That ain't me, that's YouTube, so not my problem. Like, why are you asking me, like, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's like a leaderboard thing. Anyway. So keep the chat flowing, guys. Let's just check and see if there's anything come up on Kick. Because for some reason the DLI chat was not working. So I'm just concerned if I'm actually... Anyway, let's just go to my channel on Kick and then see how that's going. So it is streaming on there, but I don't think there's any chat going on at the moment. Alrighty. Okay. So just, yeah. Hope everyone's well tonight. Well, at least we've got you guys in here, I suppose. So yeah, don't know why the DLI chat was not showing up, but because I'm pretty sure it's supported. Actually, hang on a second. Is it supported? Because some chats, if I remember, like if it's custom RTMP or something, that yeah, hang on a second. I can't check it right now, but if it's custom RTMP, it won't show the chat or something. That was what it was. So I'd have to see it manually, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I'm sorry if I was missing anything, but yeah. But anyway. But yeah, so the other ones should show up, but obviously YouTube is the one I get probably the most views on. So, oh yeah, take care, Ozen. Oh, never mind. What you mean? You won't sleep, or what's that? Okay. I can't get no sleep. I can't get no sleep. Yeah, or is it not? Faithless insomnia. Yeah. So, yeah, how are we doing tonight, people? What happened to your lip? Why? What's happened to my lip? Nothing's happened to my lip. My lip is fine. You know? Anyway. Any more questions, guys? I'm struggling a bit tonight, really, but oh well. Would be good if we can get some more people joining, but I guess they're all doing something else. So I'm trying my best here to put on a show, whatever, but just would help if people showed up, people to bounce off. There's when there isn't anyone there, it's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do really. I'll keep this going for a little bit, but yeah, so it doesn't look like I can do Instagram really, but oh well. There's something about you have to get a stream key or something, and it's just something about you have to do like developer mode, not developer, what's it called? What am I about? Business, you know, mode or something like that. You have to make it to a business account or something, I don't know, to be able to do a bit, you know, to get a stream key. Is everybody okay? Hope everyone's had a good day today. So it's going to be a bit hard sometimes to try and stay positive and just... But, you know, what else are you going to do, you know, just get down and depressed or whatever. It's like, you know, life's too short to just be miserable and all that. But it would be nice if people could come and hang out with us and interact with us. My accounts have just gone kind of stale and dead. So maybe people have just gotten fed up of it. So I'm trying my best, but sometimes it feels like my best isn't enough though. People don't really seem to care enough to actually hang out and support really, but hello Jerry, how have you been? Sorry I've been absent recently. Oh yeah, I was at Richard's yesterday. We was live on TikTok actually, and before that actually he had this meal he got off Too Good to Go, and I had it because he didn't want it, and he said I could have it because it was some kind of salad thing, and he also put some other bits with it as well, some other salady bits. So I was like, yeah, cool. Yeah, it was like, so that was good. A shame I missed that, yeah. But it's just that Richard said he would try and help me out to try and build the TikTok up because yeah, so he's got a TikTok account, and you've been using Olio, right? What have you got off there then? That, you know, because Richard's got a TikTok account, but I can't because it doesn't work. So yeah, my TikTok got banned for like I don't know. It's just they ended up getting a lot of restrictions and then ended up getting banned. But oh well. But yeah, I went on his account, and yeah, it went pretty well. And we want to try and build it up. Want to try and he said he could help me out with when I do go busking, because if he can stream it on there, then so you know, could make some more money as well and build up a following and all that. And so I was saying, Jerry, why don't you set up like a social media account that you can go live on? Because say if you're doing your busking, you might even make more money when you're able to stream out to other people. It helps you to reach more people that way, so you can potentially make even double what you know, who knows? You just never know what might happen, what opportunities might come your way. Just gotta like utilize whatever you have really to your advantage, instead of just, I don't know, that's just what I'd say personally, but you do you. You gotta do what's right for you at the end of the day, haven't you, you know? You don't need to listen to what everybody else is doing, just focus on doing the right thing for you. So yeah. Anyway, whatever. Let's keep the chat flowing, guys. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. I've been quite lucky, to be fair. I got a lot of tin goods close to best before date, but still perfectly fine. Yeah, but the thing is, even with best before dates, is oftentimes they're not even, just because it says best before doesn't mean that you can't still eat it. It's just that they put those dates on just to kind of. I actually think that sometimes they do that deliberately just to get you to buy more shit. But I don't know what you guys think, really. But yeah. But yeah, it's good to get free food, I suppose, isn't it? Who doesn't like free food, eh? It's good to get free stuff. Yeah, I agree as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's just good to be savvy. And have you not been to that thing in Bradford? Because there's this thing called Surplus to Purpose. Because they've opened one up in Bradford. Did you say you're still in Bradford or not? I can't remember where you said you are now, but there's one in Leeds as well, but it's kind of, you have to kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to get into because it's like a warehouse and it's a sort of, you can't just go into it kind of like without, you have to go through some gates and it's like, so I tried walking up to it once and then they said, oh, you need to, I don't know, I was like, oh, fuck this then, It's like something like you need to drive into it or something, it's like, anyway. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it's just, what was I saying? I don't know, but like I said, all this food that's perfectly fine, but they put these best before dates that are oftentimes misleading. It's like it'll say something like on a bunch of grapes, it'll say, let's say it says June the 5th, right? Today's date. Those grapes will probably be still fine for another week or two, It's a lot of BS. Like, there's no need to throw stuff away like that, It's just adding to food waste when people do stuff like that, But I do see some stuff put on Olio that's past its best before date, for example, like bread. So, like, yeah. Bear with me a second, guys. Hello, George. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, so welcome in, George. George of the Jungle. I'm good, thanks. I'm just all bored. Alright, fair enough. Have you been here before, George? Welcome in anyway. Just streaming and yeah, see how this goes. Yeah. Maybe it's just like, I think people have been a bit like, because my stream schedule's been a bit wacky lately, so, because yesterday I didn't go on until really late. Well, I live near No Jungle. Oh, really? Welcome to the jungle! Yeah, George of the Jungle, George Best. Yeah. Welcome to the jungle! We got fun and games! Anyway, so where are you from anyway, George, if you don't mind me asking? Where is everybody from? It's nice to meet you all. What do you guys want to talk about? I've been in your live before, it was months ago, I think, but I'm a subscriber away from I'm from the UK. Yeah. I'm from the UK too. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just trying to like grow the channel and stuff, but yeah. From Hertfordshire, about you, yeah, York. In York, so. Yeah, York's a nice place, yeah. So I was just like messaging somebody, so just trying to sort something out. But yeah. So you guys think about the setup, like I'm just gonna probably stick with this for now and yeah. See how this goes. But yeah, if anybody's new here, of course, just do what it says on the screen, you know. It's not that hard, is it, you know? We need to try and, you know, if you want to see me be successful here, then we need to help. You need to help me out here, really. It would be nice if you guys can help out and share the live out to people if you can. Like I said, if you've got a channel, you could always, you know, set it up and then bring people in, sort of thing. Like if you could go live at the same time and then, yeah. Alright. So yeah, what's this? Device is too hot. Oh shit. Right. Yeah. So I'm 20 years old. What about you? 29 years old. I'm gonna be 30 next month. Actually, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm like getting old. Oh god. I don't like to think about ages and stuff really. Everyone wants to talk about how old they are, but it's like, I don't like to think about that sort of stuff really, because, you know, every year you get older and you get closer to death, it just reminds you of, yeah. Hi, Mijnir, how you doing? Good evening, bro, what do you need help with? I was just saying about, like, the whole thing of, because I've been struggling with the channel, and if people can, like, share it out and stuff, maybe they could share it on their page, maybe they could go live and just put the link to mine in it, and then try to bring people in. they could like street simulcast it and bring people in or something, and just like braid the chat. I'm saying, so I might make a video to kind of explain it more, but anyway. But yeah, how are you doing anyway? Is it Mizneer? Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but yeah, how do I pronounce it? Yeah, I'm not always great with pronouncing names and stuff. Or share it on Facebook and that'll be good then, yeah. But like I said, it says on the screen, so you know, if people want to help my channel out, that would be good. However you can do that, you know, it's just the algorithm isn't really in my favor at the moment, so yeah, it's been a bit dead. It's been a bit of a lull, really. It would be nice to see it growing again, and I don't know, it can be a bit disheartening at times, but it is what it is. We've got to keep going regardless and not give up. But yeah, we had this nice super chat earlier. We had like, was it £4.99? So yeah, hopefully we'll keep seeing just support like that. It's good to have that kind of support where it keeps you kind of going with it and stuff. But no worries, just say mine here. Is it mine here? I suppose it's like the J isn't pronounced in the Dutch language, right? Yeah, that would be, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, mine here. I remember when I said it looks kind of like a Indian name or something. I thought that was funny that I kind of mistook you for Indian or something with the name. Like, I thought it was Minjir. It just looks like Minjir, like Minjir. I don't know. That's kind of what I got from that. But anyway, it's just a schoolboy error, I suppose, isn't it? It is what it is. Anyway, so what do you guys want to talk about? Well, at least I've got the multi-streaming thing set up, actually. I mean, I've done this thing before, but I didn't get it with the YouTube chat coming up because, like I said, I was doing custom RTMP, and now I've sorted it out to where I can just, because it supports YouTube, but the thing is, listen to this, right? So what happened, right? It was mad, right? I actually deleted a YouTube channel a while ago, back in 2023, and then I made a new one, but it was the same brand account or something, and so like, I didn't realise that was actually kind of going on, that I had to like change the name of the brand account, otherwise it was, because it was an account that didn't exist, but because I hadn't updated that, it was like not letting me link it to my YouTube account, so it's mad. So I've just figured that out today, why that happened, like how to fix it basically, and yeah, you just have these kind of like light bulb moments where it's like, that's what it is. So I'm really glad that that's happened, when it's like got that out of the way, because I thought there was some kind of glitch or something that I was like, I felt like there was something that couldn't be do anything about, but at least that's fixed now, and yeah, thank goodness for that, Anyway, but yeah, what do you guys want to talk about then? Anyone got any ideas? It's up to you guys, really. I don't know. It would help if it was a bit more lively, but yeah. So there's mine here. I just want to try and inspire people and show people what's possible if you put your mind to it. People see my journey, they see where I've come from. Like, I posted that thing out the other day. I was like this really skinny teenager, and then you look at me now, with the, we're getting somewhere, So, it shows that, I put the work in, I know what I'm talking about, and people can hopefully see me as some kind of, someone to look up to for advice and for help and for inspiration as well. Because there's a lot of people just, they're directionless and they're lacking the motivation, and it's a combination of those things that just leave people stuck. They just, it's like they give up before they even start, and it's really sad, that, isn't it? But they should just sort of try and learn how to do things first, kind of. It's like I was trying to show Richard this, like the gym stuff, because he said he doesn't like going on his own, but when there's somebody else there, it motivates him more. But you have to try and somehow learn to motivate yourself, that you have to focus on the outcome of what you're trying to do, or what is your purpose of going for. Is it for health reasons or whatever other reason, for for that endorphin rush or whatever? Because if you dig deep, then you can find a reason to do it. And it's you have to just not rely on other people for motivation, I think, is what I'm saying. Because they're not always going to be there. That's what I've come to realise, that we can't be relying on people too much, because there can be letdowns. So many letdowns out there, aren't there? It's just got to focus on you. What is it that you want? What do you want out of life? Are you happy with how your life is, or would you want this to be more? And you need to just set yourself a roadmap to whatever success. Focus on the what the steps that you need to take to get there. And you don't need anyone else around you to do that. Just keep showing up and doing what needs to be done. You don't have to put yourself under too much pressure. Just And you can even do home workouts. If you can't be bothered to go to the gym, just do home workouts. You can work your whole body just doing home workouts. It's not that difficult. I started off just with home workouts. It was pretty basic stuff at first. It was squats, it was push-ups, mainly. I did some sit-ups as well. It was mainly just those exercises at the beginning. I started adding other things. Started doing Superman, started doing a few other things, and then it's just I learned all these different exercises that you can do. Because at first it's you've got to try and build up that knowledge. But when you first start, it doesn't really matter too much, because you don't need to be worrying too much on isolating every muscle and all that. Just because it's a novel stimulus, you're going to work every muscle. You're going to be giving a signal to all these muscles in the body. It's you can worry about isolation a bit more when you get more towards intermediate, because then you might start to be oh well, this muscle's lacking here and all that. If you just want to be just generally fit, then obviously you don't need to worry too much about isolating. I mean, compound exercises are best for time efficiency, because you're able to work muscles more efficiently, because you're, let's say, doing all your your squats, your push-ups, and your couple of other exercises. Maybe do some rows for your back, pull-ups if you can do that. Just a few different exercises that hit almost every single muscle in the body. And it's they're not isolating certain muscles very well, whatever, but it's but when you're first starting, it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. People overcomplicate things too much. When you're first starting, just focus on the basics, They're saying it's something like, do the basics and get 95% of the results, they say, something like that. What the hell's going on? Anyway, I don't know, but yeah. Well, it's just gone kind of quiet in here, so yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. Bear with me a second, guys. Yeah, who's still here? Can you say something if you're still there? Yeah. It's like, there's somebody lurking there. Yeah. Probably that female, innit? I don't know. Maybe it's that female that, you know, she can't stay away, but, you know, like, anyway. So is everybody okay? Like, it'd be good if, like, someone would say something. You know? It's like, who is this person that's watching now? Maybe it's who I think it is, and yeah, because they don't want to say anything. But whatever. You're going to get lurkers there anyway. Like, you get these people just kind of like to not say anything. They just lurk in the background. You know, because so some people just want to see how it goes and just kind of, oh, Runner Boy is still here, I'm back, okay, cool. What, have you been there the whole time, or are you, you said you left it running or something, so is that why it was, so it was showing somebody there, but yeah, it's just completely dead in here at the moment. No, I left to walk the dogs. Alright, fair enough. Alright, no problem. No problemo. But yeah, it's just mad because there was this woman who, like, yeah. I mean, I don't need to go on any more about that, but, like, yeah. I don't know if she's still on YouTube, because, yeah. So I literally fucking said I would go and, like, try and find out, you know, the partner, and then go and tell him, because maybe he ought to know the truth. Because, yeah, if you're doing dodgy shit, then you should be held to account. Oh, cool, yeah, thank you, Runner Boy. But yeah, I think everyone should be, you know, held to account for their actions in some way. Because otherwise, people are not going to learn, are they? They're just going to keep on messing around. There has to be consequences for actions that are like, I'm not saying that she's a bad person deep down and all that, it's just that she has some issues and she's like, yeah. Anyway. Maybe she needs some help. So how's everybody doing anyway? view counter does not work. It showed 3 people on the entire time on my stream. Yeah, wasn't there about 10 or so at one point, but you were saying that there's less people than what? Hang on. Yeah, I had 400 views when I ended it. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really seem right, does it? Mine's on 173 now, apparently, but I don't know if it's just because people keep scrolling past or something, but it makes you wonder if there might be more people watching, but it's just not showing them all. I don't know. But then why aren't they chatting? Like I said, some people just don't chat. Some people just, I don't know, some people will just lurk in the background. And that's fine, I guess, but it would be good if we had more interaction. But it is what it is, you know. Some people are just like that, you know, they just don't really say much, they just, yeah. Or maybe they're just busy with other things and they just have it on in the background, you know, while they're busy doing their chores or whatever. Because people have lives to live, don't they? Sometimes people like to just have something on that they can listen to in the background. Same, I have lurkers, but at least they are here. Well, yeah, that's it, you know. It's better than nothing, I suppose. But what I've been finding at all is that the subs count has hardly been going up. Like, I used to go live and then I would get like, maybe like 5-10 new subs in a live stream. But lately I'm hardly getting any. What's going on with that? Like, sometimes I might go live and even lose subs after it or something, you know? I don't know. Something doesn't seem right, I don't know. Surely it shouldn't be like this, I don't know. Do you know what's going on? I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. But yeah, Richard's at least going to try and help me out with the TikTok thing to... I think he said he can try it soon, and I could watch the TikTok live from I can watch it from my laptop actually. Yeah, same. I found that with shorts I used to get loads of subs, but I don't get any from shorts. Yeah, it's just I'd have to put these kind of, you know, kind of annoying sort of things in it where it says like, what is it? I have, you know, please don't scroll, using that sound effect to try and get more subs. It's like, why do I have to do that? Why can't people just sub to me? Like, I mean, am I that boring or something? I don't know. When it's just, it can be disheartening when you've got 1,000 views on a short and not a single fucking person sub to it, you know? It feels like, you know, you can't even get 0.1% to even subscribe. It's really sad, you know? Because clearly lots of people have, you know, come across your short just for them to just scroll past and just ignore you. It is a bit of a, you know, it is a hurt to your ego, isn't it, you know, when people do that, you know. It is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it, you know, just gotta not bother too much. I hate that sound effect. I find people would slip as soon as they hear that one. Yeah, but I find that was the only way I got a lot of subs from the shorts. So I just don't know what to do really. Because the last one I put out's on 745 views, and it's like, you know, I used the Eye of the Tiger sound effects, and no one subscribed from that short. 745 views. Like, what the hell, you know? Is it that boring or something? I mean, some people liked it, you know, but there was already subscribed to me, but I mean, I even get 90% view ratio on the shorts, so 90% watched the whole thing and didn't even like. Yeah, so I'm like, what is wrong with these people, you know? At least just give it a like, you know? It would help, you know, but they just want to keep watching their brain rot nonsense. I try and use the popular songs and sounds. yeah, it's just I find some of them quite cringy. So that might be my issue. It's just I don't like a lot of the popular songs. I just find them, ugh. You know, it's like, I don't know, a lot of these, you know, a lot of these modern fucking songs that come out that are like just, I don't know, I can't really stand a lot of them, to be honest. I just find a lot of them obnoxious and just like, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, I don't know, it is a bit disheartening really, to be honest. Just something ain't right, I don't know, it's just... I think long form content might get you more subs in the long run. I've had over 20 subs from one of my long form videos, but the views on them have been pretty pathetic lately. So I don't know why, but it's just I've barely had any views for a while on the long form content. But I feel like sometimes the videos that do well on the long form are like kind of a bit, not clickbait, but they're a certain topic that gets people going. It gets people kind of, yeah, get subs from long form, yeah. So I should probably focus more on that really, but it's just a bit difficult when you're like trying to break through the algorithm, and but lives are just, yeah, people just scroll past, they forget about you, and yeah, they're on to the next thing. Yeah, whatever, you know. So, yeah, so I would have like maybe done some like outdoor workout, but like I said, my mobile data's off at the moment, so I can't do anything about that. Just gotta, I think it's on the 15th when it renews. I get like 25 gigabytes a month. I think you should do thumbnails for your long form. I do a bit, but like I just can't be arsed with trying to do all these crazy thumbnails. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll do a bit. Maybe I should try and make a separate picture just to then make it purposely for the thumbnail, instead of it just being a still from the video. Maybe it'd look a bit better, maybe if I did it that way. I don't know. Just maybe like if say I'm in a certain location, just because like sometimes if you try and get, if it just takes a still from the, you know, when you get the auto generated ones that it's just still from the video, it's not the best angles usually and just looks kind of awkward, and yeah, so maybe actually just yeah, maybe I could do that, but I don't know if that would really make that much of a difference. But, you know, obviously thumbnails can, but it's like, I don't know. I did try and like put some writing on the thumbnails. I used like Canva to like edit them, but it didn't seem to really make that much difference, to be honest. So sometimes I just didn't even bother, and I didn't really notice any difference. So, I don't know. Maybe I need to like try and, I don't know, whatever. It just feels like nothing works. It's like I try and put effort in, just try and do something, and try and experiment with different things, and nothing seems to work. It's like I'm just destined to just, I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. And it isn't what it isn't. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's just tough, isn't it? I'll just keep this going for a little while. I think Rich is going to try and see if he can do the TikTok thing, and then, because what I could do is he could go live, stream me on there, and then I can go onto the stream and try and respond to comments. Your goal is to blow up on here, isn't it? Yeah, well, just trying to like, yeah. I don't want to be fucking about with like thumbnails and shit, really. I'm certainly not going to be paying anyone to do that. You know, you get all these people trying to say, oh, I can edit your videos. No, fuck off, I'm not interested. Like, you know, I'd rather just focus on the content and just like, you know, people can kind of like take it or leave it, whatever, but I don't know. Just getting fed up of shit, really. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just, it seemed like, you know, I was getting somewhere with TikTok, but then they completely just pulled the plug on it, and, you know, 38,000 followers down the drain. That was really like a hit, really, that was. Because I'd built that up over a year it took me to build that. You know, it just sucks when you have that, you know. So my videos were getting quite a lot of views, you know. I was getting thousands of views. Every single video was getting thousands. Like, for all that to go, it's just, it's a shame, really. I should have probably tried to build the YouTube up at the same time, but yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot with it. I had the YouTube going, but it was kind of just a back burner thing, really. It was mainly just used when I had a restriction. I would go over to YouTube, but I built it to like just over like 1,000 subs, and then, but there wasn't really a lot of viewers then, and there still isn't now. So, you know, when you're getting like nearly 2,500 subs, and then why did they delete it? I don't know. It's just they kept restricting me. Maybe I just went over the line at times, and I was just getting carried away with shit and just saying certain things. And TikTok's very kind of ban happy, and they just yeah, it's not good, really, but it is what it is. You just have to be careful, really, otherwise they'll just pull the plug on your channel, and it's gone up in smoke, you know. Anyway, we'll see if Richard can help out and go live on it. Yeah, let's see if it works. So yeah, let's if he's going to be doing it, he'll be doing it soon. So yeah, it's been 15 minutes now, so hopefully I'll give it a few more minutes. I'll see, you know, if he doesn't do it, then I'll just kind of finish the live. But if within the next few minutes he's going to set it up, then I'll keep it going for a little while longer. So it's a shame we can't get, you know, a lot of people in these lives and stuff, you know, have natural, like, because it would be better if more people hang out. It's like, people need to realise that if they want the live to be better, they need to hang out more. If we all come together and we all, you know, sort of support the live, and it'll be good, you know. If everyone would do that, they'll pull their weight and actually make the chat interesting. It's like, it's not, I know they say, well, it's up to me to do that, but like, it helps when other people are helping out with it. It's like, you know, just to come and say something and bounce off each other. That's what we're trying to do here. But when it's dead, then it's hard. It's hard for me to keep motivation, to keep going with it. It's like running by, I think you were saying that as well, where it's like, what's the point if there's like 1 or 2 people there, you know? You think, well, what's the point? I might as well just not bother. Oh, you off? You take care. You do your restream then. So, yeah. Yeah. So, right. Right. Anybody still here? So I probably won't be on much longer, like. see what's going on, and yeah. Um, yeah. Okay, it looks like I'm probably just gonna end up going. So you just can't always rely on people, can you? You know. It sucks when you have your fucking account wiped. There's nothing I can do about it, really. I mean, it's like, otherwise I have to like use someone else's account, and then. But the thing is, if I use it from this IP address, it's just gonna even when I tried to use a VPN, it flagged it up as a. I don't know how it works. So sometimes they can know when you're using a VPN or some shit. I don't know how they do that, but some technology shit or whatever. But it's like they just there's just no way I can really make a new TikTok from my own account. Basically, I'd have to use someone else's account, and I'd have to not use it in my address, because as soon as I'm in my address, then it's just gonna flag it up as whatever. But I'm probably just gonna get off now, because this is boring, and you know, if people are not gonna show up to my live, then fuck it, you know. It was alright earlier for a bit, but you know, it's fucking dead. Even at best of times, it's not great. It'd just be good if people could hang out, and yeah, it's like, where the fuck is everybody, you know? Nearly 2,500 fucking followers. What a joke. It's like the notification should have gone out even. It's like, where the fuck are they all? Fucking joke this shit is, you know? Fucking pathetic. Fucking 2 people here, what a fucking joke. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Right, I'm going, guys. Fuck this shit. Right, how do I end this? There we go. Fuck this shit.